Lake Mendota, Madison, Wisconsin, the stage for the 100th anniversary celebration E-Scow Nationals presented by Baird Financial. The second day of scheduled racing had the fleet paddling or getting towed back to the dock at Marshall Park with no additional scores to add to the leaderboard. This left plenty of time for the nearly 400 competitors, race committee, and volunteers to get ready for the party. Part 1 of 2, being hosted at the Edgewater Hotel in downtown Madison. A stellar sunset dimmed the lights for the tent party on the terrace and the on-stage speakers inside.
There were no, at the time we were racing in '69, there were no Harken blocks, there were no decent ball bearing blocks. But this was a solution to the main sheet ratchet block. It's not, obviously not ball bearing, but it's a great ratchet block. It's just really loud. So it's almost amplified so much.
Waking up on Saturday, the fleet barely took the covers off their boats after taking one look at the forecast and at the lake. It was a perfect opportunity to get an up-close and personal look into an E-Scow's boards, blades, and systems.
Hey, my name is Zach Miller. I went to Madison, Wisconsin sailing, well, was on the sailing team here, graduated in 2020. This is WH10 and E-Scow out of White Lake in Michigan. Big, long surfboard, two very small rudders back here. Control them together. Makes for fairly low resistance steering. And then we got two keel boards, forward, up. Yeah, no keel, so raise and lower them on each side every tack. So upline, and then the drop pretty much drops on its own all the way down, and then to raise it back up. Quick pull, and got a nice block tackle and cleat system, so that dropping down happens quite quickly. So, all the boats in the event were required to have flotation at the top of the mast to keep these boats from turtling. They got 900 approximately square feet of sail area going downwind and no keel, so they do flip if you're not on top of it, and recovering from a capsize is significantly easier than recovering from a turtle, so yeah, play it slightly safe for the big events. Actually, my first regatta driving an E-Scow, first regatta in an E-Scow at all. It's been an absolute blast out here with 120 plus boats. Quite a few lessons learned on day one of racing. The downwind drive angles are kind of wild depending on boat speed, and pressure can vary, 20 degrees fairly easily, even on a local area of the race course. So constantly got to get your head out of the boat while driving a surfboard. So quite a bit of fun here.
Mark DeGeer, PRO, postponed the first start, and Marshall Park turned into an 11-ring circus, complete with yard games, including the Midwestern game called Beer Die.
I still belong.
Some contest to win a case of Untitled Art beer, a chance to peruse the boats on display from the boathouse, and as it turns out, the only sailing vessel to raise their sails.
This is the Mary B., the famous stern steer ice boat built in 1948. And it has a tremendous racing record. In the 50s and 60s and early 70s, it was the fastest boat because it won the most regattas. The overall length is close to 40 feet. It weighs approximately a ton. The mast is close to 40 feet. On the ice, we really need 6 inches or more in order to set it up. It's called a stern steer because you steer it from the back, where the modern ice boats today, most of them are steered from the front, referred to oftentimes as skeeters. The Ice Boat Foundation currently owns the boat, and we brought it as a display piece for sailors, because many of these people that are racing today are from other lakes that also sail in the wintertime. And Minnetonka has a good sailing fleet, Geneva, Pewaukee. Summer is a lot of fun, but winter can be a lot of fun too. This is the history of the early sailors that enjoyed the sport and built wonderful boats, and we're very fortunate to have the boat to indicate what happened before this particular generation.
Around 2 o'clock, the party games ramping up on the grass, the water looked no better, and it was announced that no races would occur on this day. The fleet, therefore, enjoyed the sun at the park or ventured into the city of Madison for their street festivals to take a look at the University of Wisconsin-Madison campus and the sweeping water views. There's another big party at the Edgewater tonight to celebrate the 100th anniversary of this epic E-Scow class, which is why we're all here in the first place anyways. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love.